Okay. Here, and over there.
Awesome.
The fender dies on the.
So you guys gonna change the name then? Not TT. You're gonna do Spider.
Spider?
Spider.
Audi Spider?
Yeah, new brand.
New
They're
brand.
gonna ask you how did you do that? They're gonna project like this.
Awesome, man. Thank you. All right, man. Appreciate it. Baby coming along. I miss you. And I told you, gonna get you right. Woo! Coming along. Yeah. It's getting there. Getting there. Brother getting that motor together right now. Woo! We coming. It's coming along. Take a picture. You say you had to take some pictures yourself, huh? Yeah. I'll take it real quick. It'll be back. Say it again? Oh.
We gotta degrease it because when you take the car standing outside.
Okay.
You gotta clean it up again.
Yeah, it definitely clears it when you turn the wheel. You did a great job, man.
Huh?
Quick fill up. Drop it out.
just assembled the quick jacks for lifting the vehicles a lot easier. I have to take some driveshaft measurements. In fact, I have to take all 4 axles off just to have custom axles made. And I figured it would be a lot easier if I knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone and went ahead and assembled this. We've had it for several months sitting in our room collecting dust, and it was like finally break it out and assemble it. So right now I'm going through the bleeder process to bleed the air out the valves for the jack, and I'll see how everything turns out. Okay, I'm going through the bleeding process. I'm taking it up just a little bit. And of course, they say it's normal when there is no load on it for them to go up unevenly. But it's a little slightly time consuming just to make sure you get all the air out of it. Some other people have gone up and down 6 or 7 times and bled the air out of it. I have rags up under it so that I don't drip hydraulic fluid on the ground. And that's the area you can hear bleeding out. Left jack, and of course the right jack. 4.5 millimeter Allen wrench that I'm using to bleed. Everything's turning out pretty good. I have the car pretty much set up right now, and I popped the center caps out because I have to break loose the axle nuts. So this turned out pretty good. They have trays mounted right here on each stand, and I can actually line up this under the bottom of the car right there with each jack point on the front and the rear of the car. So that works out extremely good with lifting it from the original jack point. So I'm going to go ahead and break these axles loose, raise this bad boy up, and prep to remove all axles. It's a little slight tight squeeze into here, but I'm going to have to take the axles off and disconnect them from the transfer case right up in here. This is the passenger side, and then of course the driver's side is a shorter axle, which is up in there. And then I'll have to take my measurements from there all the way over to the hub. Good thing we're getting custom axles made also, because I can see a split CV boot right there was cracking. But anyway, we had spare axles that we ordered, and I had to take dimensions of that with the splines and the diameter of the CVs, 108 millimeter CVs on the front and 100 on the rear. And now I have to put the car into a neutral position with the wheels on, and then I'll have to take measurements from this point at the hub all the way over to where the flange is on that transfer case. Okay, the front axles came off pretty good, took the measurements, and now I'm fighting to get these back axles off. These bad boys are on there and feel like the locking nut almost rusted in place. You can hear it popping because it's so tight, and you can see I'm slowly getting it out, but every step of the way it's a battle, and I have to use a huge breaker bar on there, as you see, like a 2-foot breaker bar, just to get this bad boy loose. And you can hear it every step of the way, so I'm getting a workout on this baby. I had the driver's side axle off. That's sitting up under the car. So now I'm over on the passenger side. I had to use a jack stand for leverage, so that way I can have the extension going straight across even, and that way I got enough leverage to just push down on this to break these loose. So this side is very tight also. They use Loctite on the bolts, as you can see, so they practically glue these things in there, red Loctite. So that's what did it.
see how much data we got from the first two preview runs, moved us in advances in the third round or the fourth round. I let go of the button, we're pretty even. He just starts pulling on me, about 3/4 of the car, gets about a car out there, and his pin light comes on. I laid down a great pass. The car did everything it was supposed to do. I just got my ass out and ran. So we'll hit the drawing board, try to test somewhere between here and South Carolina, and come back even stronger.